It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? This should be a good one to watch, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football. And you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the man from Ohio State, 6'3", Justin Fields.
There's a lot of guys out there, Mike, that over the last couple years, the start of Justin Fields' career, they love nitpicking his game. It's a little unconventional. He's not an in-rhythm, on-time pocket quarterback, but I think that's okay. I think some of the criticism is fair, but there's one thing you can't deny. He is electric with the ball in his hands, both escaping the pocket and as a designed runner. I think they need to lean into his strengths as a player. Don't shy away from him, because when he's playing at the top of his game, man, he is the ultimate weapon.
That one good for 26 yards.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Now a second down throw for Fields. He's got a receiver, Alan Lazard. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Now it's Oz to the left. Here comes Hall. And a good tackle out wide will hold him to a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
And he's in. Alan Lazard. Touchdown, New York. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Anders Carlson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. He continues to play up to his potential. This team's going to be tough to beat.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They send Evans in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play. And good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Slot man in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. A gain there of 15. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. He finds his tight end, Keith. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Here's 3rd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. And the Jets will take over at their own 14-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Jets offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Off the play action, here's Fields. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Every time a quarterback is sacked, everyone kind of looks around at the offensive line and like, oh, come on, guys, pick it up. I don't think this was on the O-line at all. I think the quarterback is holding on to the ball too long. You know what they say, Mike? Sacks, those are quarterback stats.
On now comes the punt team for the Jets. Back deep, Trey Palmer. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Buccaneers offense ready for their second possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that 1st down.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
On 3rd down, it's Irving. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
And it's 4th down, so here comes Riley Dixon to punt. Xavier Gibson to return for the Jets. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. So now the Jets offense ready to take over once more. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Play action now for Fields. He's going to run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Here's 3rd and 2. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he will work his way to the 32. That's enough for a 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw is Fields. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Fields from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A tight end in motion now. They will run it over center with Hall. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Levante David doing his work on defense. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Fields. This one taken in by Reynolds. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Fields to throw. He keeps it himself. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the 1st down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Jets will extend to a 10-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Carlson following the made field goal. And he sends this kickoff away. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
This one on target to Godwin. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches.
So whatever you do, don't touch it. It's kind of hot.
Throwing is Baker. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. This one caught left side by Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. First catch of the game for Evans, and he's got that 1st down.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on him, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you can do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zone. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go. I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. He slams it in there, and he is in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early adversity. They found themselves trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. I got a feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Bucs are on the board. It's 10-7. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Panay Wanwu now to return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. 10-7 is the score. We'll have more from Tampa after this. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
3rd down, here's Hall. Man. They'll get 19 out of that play, and the Jets have a first down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
On first down, they go right back to Hall. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Fields. This one caught by Lazar. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll send a tight end in motion. On the give, it's Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards. Give him 4 yards. It was 3rd and 2 as they convert. Another run here with Hall. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll be near the first down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down. Now Fields. That is caught by the tight end. Touchdown, New York.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. 1st and goal, down, worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Dang it, Lonnie. Jacking little man's toys.
Now Carlson to add the extra point.
Dang, 3 people are watching live right now.
It's up and through. And the Jets will get out in front 17-7.
Great.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Bucs offense and their running back Bucky Irving ready to hit the field again. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. On 1st down is Mayfield. Taking off. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They motion the slot man left. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Mayfield to throw on first and 2. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
One of the tight ends motions right. On second down, Baker. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
McLaughlin hit the field goal a moment ago, and now he's back to kick this away. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. They go play action with Fields. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
On the option, here's Hall. And he's going to have enough for the first down. They'll mark him up at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Fields. He's going to keep it himself.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Play action now for Fields. That one knocked away and incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big...
In trouble, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Austin McNamara now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Buccaneers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. Here's Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And will mark him down up beyond the 30.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Baker to throw. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. The Jets have got it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
The Jets offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Now a 2nd down throw for Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Notre Dame.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
The Buccaneers offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's 1st and 10. handoff. It's Irving. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. They'll go again here with Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
3rd and 9. Right back to Irving. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. He's to the 40. And no chance to turn upfield. He's forced out of bounds after a very short return. The Jets offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Fields. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
I'm trying to go with you.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fields on 2nd and 10. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now, Fields. He gets this one complete to Reynolds. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to throw is Fields. This one taken in by Reynolds.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Fields now to throw on first down. He connects. It's in the hands of Reynolds. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. To throw is Fields. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. Well, that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Now Fields. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Fields now. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So push back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Here's Fields. This one caught at the 4. Now a timeout, Jets. It'll be their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. He'll try to run with Hall. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Jets.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half. But everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock. And they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
Carlson now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Jets move out to a 24-10 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Jets are in front as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando. And Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, here comes Tucker. A good return as he takes it across the 30. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here comes Otten in motion. They'll run with Irving. And you work this forward to the 35. Quincy Williams in there for the stop. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the gun, it's Mayfield. It's intercepted. He tried to take on Sauce, and Gardner took it away. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They give up the middle with Hall. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7. Off the play action, here's Fields. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
You know, Mike, I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
The Bucs offense ready to get back at it. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them. But also, let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So, combination of really good defense at times, and at times, really bad offense.
A give. This is Irving. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. Baker going to hand it to White. White, first down and much more. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson, the former first-round pick, in there to bring him down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Second down throw from Mayfield. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Just can't seem to get anything going on every ensuing snap. They just continue to go backwards and backwards and backwards. They've got to find a way on first and second down to stay ahead of the chains so third down is not so daunting.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Jets offense ready to come back out for this next possession. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Fields. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Throwing is Fields. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
This one is complete inbounds, but not a whole lot out of it. It just gets back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. The defense plays it beautifully on that one. They knock him back to the 7.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
And the big guys up front in the offensive line just continue to not be on the same page. And we've seen it time and time again here today. This pass rush remains one step ahead of them, and it's the quarterback who continues to pay the price.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. And that pressure too great. He's going to be sacked in the end zone. And that is a safety. So first the decision to throw down here backed up near your own goal line. And the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line. Here's Gibson to return.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the 3rd, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Fields to throw. That one into the hands of Smart. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
On the handoff, here comes Hall. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Hassan Reddick there to make the play. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Hall. He'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's close to a 1st down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. To throw is Fields. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. They will have it at the 24-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
On first down, they go right back to Hall. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. Another run here with Hall. And he will work his way to the 11-yard line. Good running and a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. He pulls it in around the 5. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll try to run it with Hall. And he'll go down, back at the 4.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They can keep the drive alive if they get to the 4, but facing third down at the moment. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Justin Fields. Touchdown, New York. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Jets will extend this third quarter lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. To return is Tucker. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. Get this complete right side to Otten. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And that will lead to a second down.
Yeah, now it's just getting out of control, Mike. I mean, to see him continue to put the ball in harm's way time and time again, it's a little miscommunication. It's a little bad execution. I'm sure it's a little bit of everything, but at the end of the day, the ball is in your hands. You've got to make better decisions with it.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
From the gun on third down, it's Mayfield. That's his tight end, Otten. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a first down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on third down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Here's Irvin. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. To throw is Mayfield. That one complete. It's the tight end, Otten. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
They'll run it. It's Irvin. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, a run with White. And the Bucs.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
Now Mayfield. And he'll take it on in. Cade Otten. Touchdown, Tampa.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. Mayfield to the line. The Bucs will try for 2. They'll throw out of the gun. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful.
Anytime you fail on a 2-point try, there's always going to be second guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields make their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. First and 10 now from the 36. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face second down and 7. They'll go again with Hall. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back. But instead, you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs. And now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
A first down throw for Fields. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's second and 2. Now, Fields. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
This has been a masterful game plan defensively. I mean, not only have they found their mismatches and been able to exploit them, it's led to 7 sacks so far. I mean, even when the offense seems to make an adjustment, Mike, the defense just still seems to be one step ahead of them.
Third and long. Here's Hall. On comes the punt team now for the Jets, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Buccaneers offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. First and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
To the right side here, pass is caught. And they're going to get him down right at the 25.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
They send Evans in motion. A 2nd down throw from Mayfield. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Motion man sent right. On 1st down is Mayfield. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Baker. Now, screen set up for Irving. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
The job of the offensive lineman is the key piece to a successful screenplay. They have to balance this fine line between stopping the defensive lineman from getting to the quarterback too quick, but also let that defensive lineman think he's got a free rush at the quarterback. That's the balance and the timing that made this play so successful, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Throwing on 2nd down. Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Irving. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll send their tight end left. Right back to Irving. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll motion a tight end right. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. And he's going to slide down with the 1st down inside the 5. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal. On the ground, it's Irvin. And he'll get 3 yards here, down to the 2-yard line. They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Now, Mayfield. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Rashad White. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Buccaneers are able to cut the deficit to 10. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. On the return, here comes Wanwu. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Fields. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. You don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock. And without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Here's a 2nd and 9. A run here with Hall. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 7. Fields now. This one caught by Lazard. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and Him and his receiver are able to connect.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. They send Godwin in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Here's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends in motion right. To throw is Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll throw it left and has his running back. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Buccaneers 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 7. Baker to throw. A short one there to Otten. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Baker gonna give it to Irving. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Mayfield. They go right back to Godwin. He's got it again. And he will score. Game on. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Gibson now on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return. 30-yard line. The visitors' offense. And their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Fields. Gets that one to the veteran Lazard.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. A give. Here's Hall. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. It's first down, and it's Paul. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. They give to Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. The Buccaneers forced to use their third and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to an knee.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that is the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.